ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Wednesday, which means it is time for another Nozz Watches One Punch Man. So, on our last episode, we had, Saitama showed up. He killed the big monster whose name I've already forgotten in one hit. We got the Cyber Gorilla from Season 1, he's back. Got out on a grocery run, I guess, and General's got his ass beat. And I imagine that now the monster invasion is probably just gonna take a massive back seat because now Saitama's just hanging out with King again, and they're talking about their philosophies about stuff, but they're just gonna go play video games instead. So yeah, so what the fuck is the point of everything that's going on? Nothing's happening, my dude. What the fuck? Oh, jeez, for real. Like, definitely feel like the storytelling for this season has just gone way downhill compared to what we were getting in the first one, but alright. Okay then, fam. Let's see what's gonna go and happen. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Wow, Sait. Alright, so exactly what I thought was gonna happen then. Saitama. Perfect! I love that knockoff PlayStation controller. It's all the same buttons, just fucking upside down. So all he can say, yep, there you go. Okay, I love how King is that asshole who just plays this joke character. Like, Saitama's just got, like, this big dumb ogre again. He's like, oh yeah, no, I'm a tiny little bunny girl. Well, no, because you're rank C, so of course you wouldn't. Fucking Saitama's that asshole. Oh, God. Yeah, like, for real, though, like, maybe, like, this is, like, rose-tinted glasses, but is it just me, or did Season 1 have much more of a focused story? You know, it's like there were like goals and stuff and like actual big set pieces that were actually involved. You know, it's like first season it's like, oh, Saitama shows up and like, hey, here's like, hey, Saitama, you want to be a hero? All right, yeah, let's join up with the Hero Association. Hey, here's a bunch of villains that just show up and like they're done in one, right? And here's like this overall thing with the Sea King, you know, and things seem to be more or less focused, even if it was just like something only showed up for one episode, right? That thing shows up and it's either solved or the thing is part of an arc, so then the arc continues, even though the arcs are small in the first episode. So, like, you know, the Sea King, Boros, fucking, the fucking clone man with the Kabuto. Like, you know, like, things felt a lot more focused in the first season. But, like, here it's like, we're so all over the place, and, like, there's all this shit going on in the background, and it's just being ignored by the main character, because he knows it's happening, he's seen it fucking happen, he's just going like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good, fam, fuck it. You know, it's like... The encircling net of justice. Nice. Is this... This is someone from Isekai Quartet. Like, I just recorded that, and it's that fucking clown guy! It's that fucking clown guy from RE0. What's his name? Okay, what's the catch? This sounds like bullshit to me. They just need an American in here, just like a guy with a really big Doug Dimmadome top hat. Be like, alright, I got an idea. We tried this in America and it worked pretty well. Why don't we give the monsters casinos? Fucking, like, even if the monsters aren't bullshitting, which they probably are, I mean, it kind of shows that the Hero Association are just giant pricks. Yeah, complete bullshitting, right? But you'd think like a real hero would be like, okay, hang on, let me hear you out here, fam. Let me hear you out. You know, heroes are dumb, but the thing is, heroes can be dumb because they're that powerful. Give someone a benefit of the doubt, and if they fuck it up, well, then you could just blow their fucking head off, right? Wait, his name is Blackluster? What the fuck? How in the actual fuck is that, like, that not... For real, man, like that, hmm. I don't know about that name there, son. I don't know, man. Yeah, like, was this part of, like, the original, like, webcomic and everything, or... Because, like, it really does feel all over the place. Like, I've heard people say that, like, the second season is going to be, like, really heavy on filler, but... I mean, if that's the case, like, is this whole season filler? You know, like, because it feels like such just a massive narrative disconnect from like what the original season was. Or did one just trip and break his skull? I mean, that explained why fucking Mob Psycho 100 is such a fucking bad show, in my opinion. I mean, if the attempt was to just get rid of all heroes, why do this rampage shit? You know, why would you not like just assassinate them? You know, like most of these heroes like have public information about like where they live, like where they usually hang out. Wouldn't be that hard with this many monsters to just pop, 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 you know? And this Orochi guy just kind of looks like shit. Like, he's just, he's very, like I said, like, he's very generic. You know? Like that's the word that, like, just comes to mind, you know? Which sucks, because a lot of shit, like, from, like, the first season was very unique. Or at least had a fun twist on it, you know? And even a lot of, like, the villains here, like, are pretty fun. But Orochi's just big, big Spike Man. Big dumb Spike Man. Goketsu, that's his name. Like, and there's our, like, tertiary villain. Like, fucking, he's nothing. He's not even a... Like, someone said last time, the whole point of Garo isn't that he's supposed to be a third, so he's supposed to be a shonen protagonist, but evil. And he's supposed to be, like, you know, like, training and doing all that shit. Like, basically evil Goku. The thing is, that's dumb. The whole point of a shonen hero is you're supposed to root for them because they're the good guys going against bad guys and, like, training get better. If it's someone who's evil, doing it for shits and gigs, fucking, then who cares, you know? Not me. Genos, put your dick away, please. Um, like, it's just my biggest issue, you know? Just, like, a lot of stuff just feels like it's just, like, you know, just kind of, like, half-assed. Like, this should be a really cool moment, but it's surrounded, and it is a cool moment, but it's surrounded by so much bullshit that I just don't care about. Okay, why does he look like a, like, South face, like, with those glasses on? He just looks like a fucking World War II propaganda poster. Like, that'd be the face you would see, like, on a, like, buy war bonds, go and nip the nips, like, that shit, you know? You know the fucking poster I'm talking about. Maybe if you put that lollipop down, people would take you more seriously, kiddo. Then, fuck it. It's just a, it's just a kid, come on. If he really cares that much, he can just make another one. That's a joke. Oh, hi, Kettle. My name's Pot. Do you know that you're black? Uh, so, like, for real, like, City Z, like, these guys are basically Saitama's neighbors, so wouldn't Saitama have seen these guys by now? Yeah, like, what? Wait, garbage trucks show up to City Z? I thought City Z was abandoned. I thought that was the whole point. That's just Japan in a nutshell, isn't it? Like, the entire block of the city will be abandoned, but people will still show up with the fucking utilities. See, this is why whenever you go into a forest in Japan, you can't stay there long, because there'll probably be some fucking anime protagonist children hanging out in there. Sorry, kid, too busy bleeding everywhere. I want Garrett to just walk out and be like, "Don't worry, I'll talk this over with the other kids." He comes back, his hands are stained red. Your friends are going on vacation for a moment. Yeah, this whole idea of evil shonen protagonists. Fucking most shonen protagonists at least have a fucking motivation. Goku, I want to collect the Dragon Balls and fucking defeat Villain of the Week because they plan on destroying the world. Naruto wants to become Hokage. Fucking Deku wants to become the fucking next All Might, you know? Like, fucking usually shonen protagonists have a fucking motive that's actually honorable so you can vote, you know, root for them, essentially. Wow, look at all these jobbers. Today is the day we job. Just, alright. Fucking, alright, kiddos. Like, just be like, oh, no, oh, no, our friend went in there. Nah, just leave that kid to fucking die. Good, got it, fam. Dude, he's got the he's literally, he's got the personality of what people think Goku is. Now, I'm not saying Goku's a super complex character, but he's more complex than this. That's CG Gatling guns. No, not good. That looks like ass. Good thing he just carries that wherever he fucking goes. What if they've got, like, info on Saitama in there if it's only, like, B and above? You think his name is Blam Blam? You think someone would have, like, seen him poke that hole and just lit up the hole? God, that looks so bad. Fucking, why does that gun look so fucking bad? Who thought that looked passable? There. Okay, please shoot him now. Shoot him. Light him up. End his life. Really? He's done nothing but work alone since this shit started. This is dumb. There's no reason to believe he has co-conspirators. This is fucking shit. Like, his motive is, I want to see the bad guys win. Why are his guns CG? Holy shit, Stinger actually managed to get a hit in. Holy shit. Heroes using poison as well. Fucking real heroic, these boys. Christ on a bike. Why is everything made of metal CG? Like, really? There's literally no reason to do so. Like, even when it transit, like the second, like when he's holding it, it's drawn. The second he throws it, though, it's fucking. Second he throws it, it converts to CG. The effort put into doing that certainly must, like, cost more than it saves, right? He's being considerate to littering. Like, it looks so bad. This guy's just Gohan. It's fucking adorable. Like, it's like fucking Resurrection of F. He's just showing up in a fucking tracksuit. Remember when Gohan forgot where he put his gi? Like, he hadn't worn it for so long because he became a loser, so he just completely forgot where it was. Just shows up in a fucking Adidas tracksuit. Like, this whole Gyro thing, now that I know his motivation, I don't care. Like, fucking... Way to immediately kill off any, like, interest the character had. Like, yeah, you know what the issue is? I think it's because they don't know, they want to do two things with it, and it's at odds with literally everything else. So, he's a shonen protagonist, so he's a big dumb idiot that only wants to get stronger, right? And he has a motivation that is selfless, essentially. But he's also a villain. The people he's fighting for are evil, and his reason for having that motive is so misguided that you have to be literally running on half a brain cell to have come up with it in the first place. So it's like, he wants to hunt all the heroes because he sees heroes as bullies, taking, like for basically never letting villains win. Or monsters win. Literal monsters win. There's no real villains in this show. It's only monsters. Like, people who have basically transcended their humanity for monstrous abilities. Like, if there were actually monsters who sought peace and monsters who weren't actually fighting things, if heroes are going out of their way to just butcher people for no fucking reason, like, then okay. Like, everyone's dignity. Oh boy. Like if heroes were basically holding hunts, essentially, where it's like, hey, like, let's head over to City Z, and anyone who looks vaguely monstrous, let's put them to the fucking sword, no matter what they're doing, whether they're actually hurting anyone or whatever. You know, if heroes are being proactive in murdering monsters on sight, like, and there were monsters that weren't just be like, oh yes, let's kill all humanity. Then Garo would have a point, and you could see Garo as some sort of tragic anti-hero kind of thing. But monsters are, and it's been reinforced throughout this entire season, monsters are essentially godless killing machines. They kill humans because they think it's funny. Not because they need it to survive, not because humans are oppressing them, not because of any fucking reason. They're doing it because, fuck it, becoming a monster was because we were violent fucking jackasses who butchered people for fun, and now it literally gives us sustenance. So let's just go, fam. Like, just gonna say, it's like, if the heroes were, like, just rounding them up and butchering them on the streets, I mean, you know, I'm just saying, man, it'd probably solve a lot of problems, you know? Just saying. But, like, Garo is fighting for these people, and they are, I mean, they're literal monsters, you know? Like, it's, like, there's no reason for them to be like, oh man, they should give them a chance. The heroes are bullies. It's like, Garo, if the heroes didn't beat the monsters every time, the kill count would be so high as to be unfeasible for the continuation of the species. So what the fuck are you talking about? You know, like, he's so dumb that it becomes unsympathetic. And it just... And, like, I don't know, like, they're trying to just do Goku, but Goku's on the side of evil, and he knows he's on the side of evil, he just doesn't give a shit. And that's just uninteresting. It's not a cool twist, it's just dumb. Like, the whole reason people like shonen protagonists is because they're fighting for good, and they're outgunned. Outgunned to the point where them getting power-ups and Super Saiyan and Kaioken, like, is basically something this hype moment's like, yeah, let's do it! Like, you know, it's like, pfft, so the Garo plotline is basically just because he's not a threat to anything, so he doesn't work as a villain. Like, he's not a threat to anyone. He's not a threat to anybody who's not, like, below S tier, which is where all of the characters we care about are. Well, at least the ones who aren't in a fucking hospital bed right now. Fucking rip in peace, Moomin Rider. So he doesn't work as a villain. Doesn't work as a protagonist either, because his goals are not sympathetic, and he's just kind of an asshole. So Garo's plotline is just a complete fucking dead end. This whole Monster Rebellion thing, I mean, it's just kind of happening, and... I mean... Why do I care? You know, it's like they showed up, they burned down a few buildings, heroes fought them, and then Mango Boom? And then we meet up with this freaking big thing, and it's like Orochi, just a giant guy with a head that looks like a sun. That's it. And he ate some of his minions that fucking failed him. Oh no, he's so evil. Like, who cares? Who cares? Like, it's not interesting. Like, we're bouncing around so many fucking plot points that just doesn't fucking matter, you know? Like, Saitama is literally sitting at a friend's house, doing a sleepover, playing video games, while the world is being planned to burn down around him, and other people are doing what, like, the protagonist should be doing. But because they aren't protagonists, they're not even fucking supporting cast, they're fucking brand new boys, or boys that we just don't fucking care about. It's not even the thing. This whole, like, oh, let's go defeat the League of Villains, or, sorry, Monster Association. Like, it's being done by dudes in suits that we know nothing about. And they don't even have names. Like, this story's a clusterfuck. It's no getting around it. Like, it's just not great, dude. It's just really not great. Like, it feels like filler. It feels like filler. It really does. And, like, the fucking start of this and the CG is getting worse. Holy shit. Like, the start of this season I was pretty hype. I was like, all right. So I'm hearing some people being like, okay, no, the art style's not as good, and I'm like, you know what? I'll accept that. Like the art style still looks pretty decent, and you know, I'm actually interested in the story. Go for Buki and all this other shit going on. All right, fam, I'm in. Let's see what you got. And it's just like as we've gone on, and they've just been like, oh wait, what if we did this, and what if we did this, and what if this did this thing, and this and this and this and this. It's like at this point, there's so many fucking loose story threads. I just don't fucking care. Like, I'm hoping they turn it around. Maybe they're just going through a rough spot. But this entire season so far feels like fucking filler. Like, after, like, maybe, like, the second, third episode, feels like everything is just filler. And, like feels like no progress is being made whatsoever. And that's just not a real... That's not a good feeling. That's just not a good mouthfeel on this shit, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Yeah, let me know what you thought down there in the comments. Let me know what you think of this episode. Whether you agree with me, disagree with me, or you want to bring up something that maybe has slipped my mind. Give me a reason to give a shit, I guess. I don't know. Let me know down there in the comments. And yeah, as always, I am Nozz. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, share on social media. Tell your friends, hit that share button down below. Share on the Facebook and the Twitter. And if you want, you can always support me on Patreon, which is linked down there in the description and on the end card with some of my other videos if you ain't convinced yet. Oh boy. If you do support me on Patreon, then you get a special patrons only Discord channel on the open Discord server that anyone can join, which is linked down below. And there you can recommend things to be let's played, let's watched, live streamed, reviewed, whatever. And also it's just a cool place to hang out just in general. So even if you don't become Patreon, just go and join that. But if you do become a Patreon, because of that, you also get access. You also get a special patrons only movie night that we do every month, usually in the second week, where we just kind of hang out in Rabbit and Discord, play some video games, watch some anime, maybe watch a movie, just kind of hang out. What's going on over there? Jesus. Yeah, and it's a ton of fun. It's my favorite time of the month. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. But most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today. And I will see you around.